Alright, here with the charger. Been working on it. Motor's in, motor runs. Working on the throttle cable connector to the pedal. I just need to go pick up another one. I ended up cutting my other one too short, and then if it's too short you can't use it. Trying to get these electric fans to work. So I've been doing some wiring. This is all just for now. It's all going to be different later, but trying to get these to turn on with my thermostat or temperature sensor down here. That way when it gets to 180 degrees or 190, the fans will turn on automatically. But it was going to be a short day today. It's Sunday. Gonna get some food, and next Saturday gonna do a lot of the floor pan stuff because I have all the console, the center console. So inside here in the center console we'll have to weld in a bigger piece right here on the hump, and then we're going to install it on the transmission, and it'll be pretty good once we get that on there. We got a new steering column coming because this one's got the shifter right here. We don't want that on there anymore. And maybe I'll pick up a new steering wheel or something, but who knows. This one seems okay for now. There's the old floor pan. I don't know if we can still use that one since that one doesn't have the correct hump for the center console, because this car was obviously a a shifter on the tree. Now we're moving to the floor. So let's see. Picked up a 78 to 79. I think it's a 78. But got my new headlights in. Both of these guys. Installed those guys. What else? Put all my belts on here. Power steering works. Happy about that. This has got kind of an odd bend to it, but it works. So until it doesn't work, I had to jimmy rig a pipe fitting right here because this wouldn't connect to that, because this comes out over here. Yeah. Everything else seems to be doing pretty good. This doesn't look like it's got a whole lot of fuel in it. It's got some. So let's see, everything's all hooked up. No leaks right now. I had a transmission leak coming out of one of my transmission lines. I think it was coming out of that one over here, but doesn't look like it's leaking anymore. I'll keep an eye on it. That's why I moved it forward. It was parked right back over here, so that's why you can see. This is from coolant too and all that stuff when we were messing around without the top on the radiator. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the Corvette, got the Charger, which I'll be trying to get home to my house as soon as I can. Got some spots I'll have to Bondo and clean up. Put some paint on there. It's getting all dirty from working on it, but so it looks like I'll have to buy that other throttle cable too, but the second thing I was going to return is the throttle cable, but it's for the wrong car, so yeah. Be fine, shouldn't it? We're leaving any minute now, aren't we?
Well, there's a...
Just following you over there?
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll go get it.
Alright guys, I'm back home. Spent the day pretty much going over to my dad's, making sure that I had everything I needed for the car. Check out what came in the mail.
No!
Look at that.
No, on the ground.
Yeah, look at that Pioneer thing, Natalie. $79 for 4 speakers and a Bluetooth radio.
Grandma just texted me something about presents.
Alright, I'm gonna get ready to edit the video, but the last couple months I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been working on the car on the weekend. It's at my dad's place, so it's not as easy as to film. But really, I got the car over there. We took the engine out. That was pretty easy, and it took us a long time before we got time to put the new engine in. But before the engine went in, I put on all the alternator and the water pump, and I put on what's it called, the power steering. I had to buy a lot of stuff, a lot of hoses, a lot of tubes, and once I got everything on, then I connected up the transmission by using the torque wrench and attaching the flex plate and the whole what's it called, inside the bell housing of the transmission, the torque converter. And after I hooked up everything, the engine and transmission were connected. Then we decided to drop it into the car. The first time we put it in, there are these motor mounts on the 360 that need to be on the correct side of the engine block. So the first time we had it on the outside, and it was misaligned and it wouldn't go into place. And then my dad gave up, and I lifted it back up, and I took the motor mounts off again. And you have to do this with like a little wrench inside of there. You have to hold 2 wrenches and do it, and it's really annoying. And I moved it and put it on the inside, and then it fit in perfectly. And then my brother actually came and helped me one weekend, and we had attached all the transmission bolts under, right underneath like the driver and passenger floor pan. There's like the transmission housing that kind of like folds up and grabs onto the frame of the car, and you have to put all the bolts through there. That was pretty annoying. Once we got all that stuff hooked up, I had to run like the fuel line, and I had to find like a dual inlet carburetor fuel line, and I had just a lot of trips to the hardware store looking for bolts and pieces, and like I broke the ballast resistor, the little square that sits right on the firewall behind the distributor. And yeah, it's been a good journey so far. And I got it running pretty much with almost no help at all. Hooking up wires, I sadly just kind of put stuff wherever it was close to go, because I didn't do anything with the original wiring harness. So all the wires were there. I just had to figure out which ones they were and then put them on. So I looked at a lot of diagrams, looked at like what the black cord is, the black wire with the white line, the black wire with the red line, you know, just trying to get a good idea. But it's really, really hard to find a good guide. I ended up finding a forum where this guy posted like 300 pictures about, he bought all the remake harnesses, and then he said what everything was. So they kind of helped a lot, just seeing where pieces went. But other than that, I'll keep videos coming. The car should be running and driving soon. It runs pretty good. I need to get the exhaust done on it, because I just have the shorty headers on there and they don't swoop all the way back to the exhaust. So I need somebody to run a connector from the shorty header to the exhaust and like fix up the exhaust if there's any rust and leaks or anything like that in the weld. So pretty soon I'll have the car back here. My dad needs more space in the shop, so he wants to get the car done. We ordered a new floor pan that's supposed to make it so we can mount our console shifter. It's a whole nother process, but my dad also ordered a new steering column for it, just so we don't have the stick shifter on there. It's gonna be good. I can't wait to start putting this stuff in there and weld the floor pan and do all that. I got that new Pioneer speaker system I'll throw in there because the other one was completely outdated, and I believe there's still an amp in the car too, so it should be sounding pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this footage right now and you'll get to see where we're at, but I'll try to get videos more. But if not, the car will be here when the car is here at the house. I'll definitely be able to put up videos often, and I'll record my process with doing the body work on the Charger. But if you guys have any questions about anything, I pretty much had to do everything from putting the motor in, attaching the transmission, doing the throttle cable, the kickdown cables, the link, I mean, you name it, I had to do it. So if you have any questions about the 73 Charger or this or that, just leave it down below, and I will read it and answer it. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the late video. Hope to enjoy. Deuces.